Steve, going to chat about the Ginger Ninja, Mr. Brad Rea.
The Sting, as he now to be called,
He very impressive, mate.
It was. Do you know what? It's probably unexpected the way it ended as well. You know, to be honest, he was going in there. We knew it was a 50-55, and if you look at it now, it was a one-horse race, wasn't it? You know, right from the start, he seemed to find his range, hurt him with a shot, and then pushed him back and walloped him around the ring. But he was done in great style and composure, wasn't it? You know, every shot he threw landed. You know, picked a great uppercut to open him up, and then basically just beat him up. And
I think the first knockdown was about a 7 or 8 punch combination, and as you just said before, none of them missed.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think the kid showed a bit of inexperience by just getting straight up on all occasions. I know the ref played it off on the third, but the first and second and the third, he just jumped up, he didn't take the count, and bit of inexperience there. But you know, what can you say? Lockdown's done Brad Rea the world of good. You know what I mean? He's been in the gym, dedicated his life to boxing, and he was in fantastic shape. And I think he's got his man strength during this lockdown, and he's now a contender, as you say, isn't it?
Well, has Eddie been in touch with you? Because he sent a little tweet out saying, "Wow, what a performance!" I think that was probably one of the highlights of that show. You know, I know it wasn't on the main show on the TV part, but on Twitter, that's all I've been getting is, you know what I mean, what a performance.
Yeah. To be honest with you, he did text me on the night saying he looks a good fighter. I've been expecting the call yesterday or today saying, can I do something with him? But no, I've not had that yet. But I'm sure it'll come. But you know, if it doesn't, we'll just keep building Brad up the way we're doing now, and eventually, you know, the proof was in the pudding on Saturday night. You know, he's going to be in big fights and fighting for titles and be a champion, and I'm sure Eddie will want to be part of that.
Yeah. Any other news?
Well, got a date for Scott Fitz, so he's going to be fighting on the 1st of May, which is good news. So
when's that then? How far is 1st of May from me now? 6 weeks?
It's about 6 weeks, yeah. So that'll be his first one back.
Do you know what that's going to be? Is that just
he's not defending his title or anything like that. No, it's just going to be an 8-rounder. He's been through a lot, hasn't he? So just easing back on them.
Well, he had to vacate his British title, but does he still hold that WBA international?
Do you know what? I think someone else has fought for that, but we've never asked to give it up. But you know, I don't think he does now. But no, he's coming back in an 8-rounder. See where he is after that, and then we'll move forward. Still talk of the Fowler fight, which, you know, if that's what it is, that's what it is. But let's just see how Scott performs on the 1st of May. Akif Fiaz, Ramadan's coming. Eddie can't get him out before then, so he said it'd be one of his first fights in July. So
is this going to be in his back garden again?
It looks like it'll be on one of his forget what they call them, fight camp, didn't they? Yeah. So he's going to be on the fight camp one there, and he announced on TalkSport the other day that Josh Warrington's rematch is going to be the 4th of September at Headingley, which, you know, me and Eddie briefly spoke about, but it was news for us all, so you know, that's good. Yeah.
When did you say that was going to be?
It's going to be at Headingley.
All right.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. Yeah.
Is it going to be crowds there? Will it be
yeah. We're looking to have full capacity there. Obviously, it's an outdoor stadium, and they're starting off in May with the 25s, and then June, July 50%. So we're hoping by the 4th of September it'll be full capacity. So we're expecting to sell out 20,000 people at Headingley. I'm going up to Headingley on Thursday just to have a look at the logistics of it. But no, really excited, desperate to get Josh Warrington back to where he was before, and the only way you can do that is by beating the kid who beat him.
And a bit of excitement news, we just had a good young kid down there, 6 times national champion. You just signed him.
Yeah, it was an odd one really, coming all the way from Darlington, but I've been recommended from a few people, and we had a chat last week, and I said to him what we could do, and I'm honoured in a way that they decided that someone from Manchester could be the right person to look after him. So I'm looking forward to not just building his career, but in the lockdown we've signed 24 kids who'll be making the pro debuts, which is crazy because I didn't really want to sign anything like that on, but we've got some special talent coming through, and
you've definitely got some real special talent in there. We've got kids who we don't know how far they can go, but we're excited to see how far they can. And then you've got some kids that, as the lad you just signed, it's Ben Marksby. You believe he could be, if he doesn't reach British title level, you feel, as you did, I remember when you signed.
Yeah, with Scott Fitzgerald, wasn't he? He was probably the first star of the amateurs that we took on board, and I said, we built kids to world champions who did nothing in the amateurs, so there's an expectation when they're good kids that you've got to deliver. And again, as I said, we Scott, if we didn't get a British title, it'd be a failure. And I think with Ben, if we don't get a British title, it'll be a failure. But seems to have a good work ethic. He's been down here a couple of times and sparred Akib Fierce, and today he sparred Jack Castle. So him and his team are willing to get in the car, put the petrol in, and do some learning and get the education. So it's not just in the ring, is it? You've got to be putting it in seven days a week and living the life, and seem prepared to do that. And so him and a few others, like Jake Abrams coming down in a couple of weeks when he's 18 to turn over. He's number one in the country for his age, and the exciting thing for me is the stables that these two gyms have got. If I do good jobs with these two kids,
there's no reason why the rest can't follow.
There's a load to come through, and as I said before, I'm coming to the latter part of me boxing, but anyone I'm signing now for, I'll certainly see through, and I'll be working with people, and it'll be those trainers he's working with are still working.
So you've got another 10 years now, mate.
I would have thought so. But I've just been looking now at the elite fighters have got, the contenders that can fight for titles, and then the top prospects. And
I was looking, you showed me there's some great names on there. Yeah. We were just saying Brad Rea might have just elevated himself up a level, hasn't he?
Yeah. The thing with him, I'd still keep him in the prospects, because he's 23, he's filling out, fantastic performance, but there's no point in rushing him. A little bit more education for him, and then he'll be fighting for titles. Certainly English in the next couple of fights isn't beyond him. He'll be like 12-13-0 soon, won't he? So that's what they come in the sport for, to be champions and try and earn a living out of it. And see, you can't deny them that. You just got to try and move them at the right pace.
I'm excited now, mate. I'd say just a load of quality.
Yeah.
You've got a load of kids now who are at that level that are going to be fighting for. I think if everything goes well, we could be having a kid fighting for the title every week for the next few months.
We're looking at starting at September, and I've got that many kids in Liverpool. I'm looking at 3 shows in September in Liverpool alone, so it's crazy. So we've got the 4th of September Liverpool, the 11th in Bolton, the 18th in Liverpool, 25th in Liverpool, 1st in Hull, and I've signed a few kids from Leeds, so we're going to be looking at Leeds. So it's all systems go, mate. But the break's done me good, getting fed up of boxing, and now I'm charged and ready to go again.
Alright, Steve, thanks, mate.
Cheers.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.